Hey there, dudes and dudettes! Ready to take a gnarly trip back to the snack aisle of the 1980s? Today, we're unlocking the snack vault to bring you 10 of the best forgotten foods of the decade! Some were epic, some were kind of weird, but all of them are totally radical and pure nostalgia. So sit right there, grab a favorite treat, and let's get ready to snack like it's 1985, dudes! Number 1, Nabisco Giggles. First up, we've got Nabisco Giggles, the happiest cookie of the 1980s. These little sandwich cookies had actual smiley faces on them, so they were always in a good mood, even when you were about to eat them. Inside, they were packed with fudge or vanilla cream, kind of like a combo of Oreos and Vienna fingers. They were the ultimate lunchbox flex, and if your parents packed these, you were basically snack royalty. But sadly, by the 90s, Nabisco Giggles cookies were discontinued, likely due to low sales and low shelf life. Totally bogus, but man, were they good.
But those Giggles commercials, when kids are laughing, slapping tables, it just doesn't happen.
Number 2, Superstars of Wrestling Ice Cream Bars. Wrestling fans, this one's for you. Superstars of Wrestling Bars were the snack to have if you were obsessed with Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, or Lex Luger. These chocolate-covered, ice-cream-filled bars had pictures of WWF wrestlers on the wrapper, so you could snack while imagining yourself in the ring. They had wrestling cards, and kids would trade them, trying to collect their favorite wrestlers. And let's be real, if you had a Hulk Hogan bar, you were basically the champ of snack time. Sadly, these treats tapped out of stores before the 90s due to declining interest in wrestling-themed products. But they live on in snack legend.
The superstars of wrestling ice cream bars, they are fantastic. Ain't that right, Frankie?
Number 3, Jello pudding roll-ups. All right, rad snackers, I know you remember this one. Jello pudding roll-ups were basically what happened when someone said, hey, what if we took totally scrumptious fruit roll-ups but made them out of delicious chocolate pudding? And guess what, dudes? It totally worked. These chewy, stretchy treats were every kid's dream. A portable, no spoon needed way to get that sweet pudding fix. They came in different flavors like classic chocolate, fudge, and butterscotch. Most of us just stuck with the OG flavors. These bad boys didn't last, disappearing faster than your allowance at an arcade. But for those who remember, oh man, if you know, you know.
Pudding roll-ups, pudding in the sky.
Number 4, Hostess pudding pies. Pudding lovers, this one still hurts. Hostess pudding pies were basically Twinkies meets a donut meets a chocolate dream. These bad boys had a flaky crust, a chocolate-covered shell, and inside, a thick, gooey pudding filling that made every bite feel like a sugar rush. They came in chocolate, vanilla, and banana flavors, and let me tell you, if you found one in your lunchbox, your day was made. But people's taste changed, and Hostess pulled a disappearing act with these. So now, we can only dream of that creamy goodness.
Plain pudding just can't taste this good.
Number 5, Ecto Cooler.
Who are you gonna call?
Ecto Cooler. If you grew up in the 80s, this Ghostbusters-themed drink was a total must-have. This neon green citrus-flavored high C juice wasn't just a drink, it was a pop culture movement. It had Slimer's face on the box, and drinking it felt like you were joining the Ghostbusters crew. This stuff had a cult following, and fans have begged for its return for decades. It came back briefly for the Ghostbusters movie in 2016, but then, poof! It vanished again, man. If you ever see a juice box glowing green, just know, it's probably not Ecto Cooler. But hey, a kid can dream.
I see Ecto Cooler.
Number 6, Nabisco Bonkers. Okay, these were wild, literally. Bonkers were the chewy fruit candies that made you feel like you were getting hit in the mouth with a flavor explosion. Each piece had 2 layers, a soft outside and an even juicier inside that was so packed with fruity goodness, it was like getting smacked in the taste buds. The commercials were just as gnarly. People would eat a piece and suddenly giant fruit would fall from the sky and flatten them. Sadly, these vanished in the early 90s, though there was an attempt to bring them back. But let's be real. No remake could ever match the bonkers chaos of the 1980s.
Thumb candy!
Number 7, Planters cheese balls. Listen, bro, back in the 80s, if your fingers weren't bright orange after snack time, were you even snacking? Back in the 80s, cheese balls were everywhere. These crispy, crunchy, cheese-covered orbs were the ultimate party snack, and the best part? That dangerous level of cheese dust left on your hands that took like 3 washings to fully get off. Some brands still make cheese balls today, but they're just not the same as the ones we had back in the day. The 80s version was the perfect combo of crunch and cheesiness, and if you had a giant tub of these, you were the king at any party.
Now I'm having a ball.
Number 8, Squeeze-Its. Okay, Squeeze-Its were basically a science experiment in a bottle. These wacky, neon-colored fruit drinks came in plastic bottles with twist-off tops, but the fun part? You had to squeeze the bottle to make the drink shoot into your mouth. Kids loved them because you could recklessly quench the most righteous thirst imaginable with the power of your own grip. There were even special edition bottles with faces on them, and let's not forget the mystery flavors. They tried bringing these back in the early 2000s, but it wasn't the same. Nothing beats peak 80s snack technology.
Go ahead, squeeze the fun out of it.
Number 9, Keebler Pizzeria Chips. Now this is a snack that needs to make a comeback. Pizzeria chips were the closest thing you could get to actual pizza in snack form. These weren't just any old pizza-flavored chips. They were baked with real pizza dough and packed with bold flavors like supreme, cheese, and pepperoni. They were crunchy, cheesy, and way more satisfying than regular chips. If you were a kid in the 80s, you definitely crushed a bag of these while watching Saturday morning cartoons. Sadly, Keebler stopped making them, and no other pizza snack has ever come close. Bummer, dude! You were truly radical.
Pizzerias rule!
Number 10, Disney Popsicles. And finally, we've got the Disney Popsicles, the ultimate summer treat. These iconic frozen treats weren't just delicious, they were shaped like your favorite Disney characters. You could grab a Mickey, Goofy, or even a Donald Duck, and they came in amazing fruity flavors like cherry, orange, and grape. Each bite was full of fun, not to mention they were super colorful, making them the perfect snack for a hot summer day in the 1980s. Kids everywhere loved them, and it was a total bummer when they disappeared off the shelves. It was like the magic of Disney vanished with them. Where's the love for the happiest popsicles on earth? And there you have it, 10 of the best forgotten snacks of the 1980s. Some were legendary, some were totally wacky, but all of them deserve a comeback. What do you think? Which one of these do you miss the most? Did we forget your favorite? Drop a comment below and let's talk snack nostalgia. And remember, if you want more 80s vibes and retro nostalgia, hit that like button, subscribe, and we'll see you next time with even more radical content. Until then, keep it fresh, keep it funky, and stay bodacious.